Hey there viewers, welcome back to AFL Trades. Today we're working on a Kohler 7000 series 24 horsepower motor. It's got basically a dead cylinder. It'll run on one cylinder. They all do once, when only one of them's gone bad. It's pretty easy to tell when you get in tall grass, it starts bogging down. Let's start it up, I'll show you what it looks like. You can hear an occasional popping noise. I already did a preliminary on it. And if you see, I don't have any spark coming to the plug on this side. I've got a spark tester in there. If I pull off, see, I can pull this side completely out. So that side's completely normal, right? If I pull off this other side, I don't know if y'all could hear me or not. When I was trying to show you, the spark tester wasn't blinking, and you saw that I had the plug completely out. I actually normalized it, still was running like that. I go to this side and I pull the plug wire, and it immediately shuts off. Plug it back in, it starts right back up. It's a pair of insulated pliers though, so because you will get shocked if you do that normally. So what we've got is a spark issue on that side. This happens quite a bit with mouse nests chewing up wires, things like that, or the ground wire being shorted. So we do have one coil going, so if it is a shorted ground wire, usually it would take out both. I need to see if it's an independent ground or not, and it's possible that the coil just went bad. Let's get the cover off. Tools we're going to need for this one: 8mm, 10mm sockets. I also got a spark plug socket, 5/8. I'll start taking the air filter cover off. We're going to disconnect the battery. Two 10s for the fuel pump. 8mm, 8mm, 8mm. These over here, all the way around the shroud. You don't have to take them all the way out. It should slip past it. Cover comes off, and we found our problem. This used to be the spark plug wire. The mice just ate this thing up. Looks like they chewed on the ground wire. Yeah, I'm gonna say there's your problem. I pulled the connector, or the cover, off the top of this connector. You just have to depress the pins inside there. Slide this heat shrink on. And I'll do. Put the connector back together. I got some brand new OEM Kohler coils. I'll link them in the description. Gonna match up. Yep, that looks pretty good. Okay, so I've turned the flywheel so that the magnet is in line with the coil. Just slap a business card in there, and then let the coil come all the way to touch it. Let the magnet pull it in. I'm not a fan of using Loctite on these bolts because it's all really fragile, and corrosion alone will cause these things to break. Get this back out of my way. covered it up because I didn't know it was going to rain last night. I had a really hard time finding specs on these. The best I could find, since it's an M5 bolt, was that it's supposed to be 35 inch-pounds. Truthfully, I must say about 45 feels better, to be honest with you. Inch-pounds, not foot-pounds. Important to note. Turn the flywheel, get that out of there. I'm going to go ahead and swap this one just like the first one. Bring you guys back. I went back and looked, and you can put up to 75 inch-pounds if the hole's never been used before. I actually didn't like the 45 I left it at. I actually brought them up to 60 inch-pounds. The spec on the bolt says somewhere between 35 when it's an existing hole, 75 when it's a new hole. This is a kind of a cross between those two because it's a thread style bolt. You know, like a self-tapping type of thread style bolt. Get the battery hooked back up. Let's see if we can see some blinking lights. I see, well, I don't know if you guys can see it. I saw a blinking light. I'm not going until I edit the video. Okay, so the coil's working. I'm going to go ahead and put the cover back on because I'm feeling pretty good about everything else because it ran really good. Even though it was on one cylinder. Just be careful to tuck those plug wires into their grooves. Clean off this air filter a little bit. The throttle's all the way on. I think that's got her. You guys got something out of the video, really appreciate a thumbs up. Helps the channel tremendously. Catch you guys on the next one.